Hi there, welcome to Taddy Apron. Today I'll show you how to make the best tacos you've ever had using the beautiful pork belly. You know how gourmet taco joints have been popping up all over the place? Well, these tacos are going to blow them out of the water. You will love making this fun and easy recipe, but you will enjoy eating it a whole lot more. So let's begin by prepping the pork belly, about a pound or so. Begin by scoring the skin with a sharp knife, and I mean the sharpest knife you can find. Use your muscle, but make sure that you don't cut all the way down to the flesh. And now for the dry rub. About 1 tablespoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of peppercorns, 1.5 teaspoons of cumin, Okay, I like to grind my own spices for the most part because they tend to be more aromatic this way, but you can use powdered form. Then you add in about a teaspoon of coriander seed, about 1.5 tablespoons of brown sugar, and 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon. Now sprinkle about half of your dry rub onto your pork belly, massaging it into every crevice. Give it some love and it will love you back. Okay, turn it over and distribute the rest. Now's the time to preheat your oven to 325. Next, heat up about 1 tablespoon of vegetable oil in a heavy bottom pot and sear the skin. Flip it over. Meanwhile, while it's searing, roughly chop 2 medium carrots, 1 celery stick, and 1/2 an onion. Just give them a very rough chop. Now turn your belly over and continue to cook that beautiful skin until dark and caramelized. Set aside. Next, you want to put in your vegetables into the pot and let them cook down until they begin to soften. Now for the magic. Pour in a can of dark ale or stout. This will dislodge those lovely charred bits at the bottom of the pot. Add the rest of your dry rub into the liquid. Bring to a simmer and cover. Place in the oven for 2 hours. Just be sure that 30 minutes into cooking, you turn the belly over skin side down. While the belly is braising in the oven, let's begin with the accompaniments. We have queso fresco, cabbage, black bean spread, fresh salsa, coriander, guacamole, and tortillas. Try to find maize or corn tortillas for that authentic flavor. And finally, we have our Chipotle Salsa. Let's begin with the black bean spread or frijoles refritos. Rinse a can of black beans in cool water, then lightly fry in some vegetable oil or sunflower oil for a few minutes. Add in a cup of cool water. Season with a little bit of salt. Cover your pot and simmer on low until the water is almost completely reduced, but still moist. Then blitz your beans until you achieve a very fine paste. Pour into your dish. Let's begin by preparing our fresh salsa. Take a small handful of cilantro and chop finely. Put in a serving dish. Then de-seed 2 tomatoes and dice them finely into little cubes. Add that to your cilantro. Next, finely diced about 1/4 of a red onion try to dice it finely. And add those to your tomato and cilantro. Slice the cheeks off a lime and squeeze the rest of the lime into the mixture. Finally, add about a teaspoon or a teaspoon and a half of vinegar, white vinegar, into your mixture, and then season with salt and pepper. Now let's begin by preparing the Chipotle Salsa. This is going to give your tacos the most incredible flavor. Alright, let's start with 1 can of Chipotle peppers in adobo sauce. A small can is fine. Add it to your mixing cup or food processor. Next, roughly chop 2 green onions and add that to your chipotles. Take about 4 plum tomatoes and half them and add them to your mixture. Or you can use 1 large tomato quartered. I like things really spicy, so I also like to add in 1 hot chili pepper. You don't have to. Next, half a lime and squeeze out all that lovely juice. Then take a very large handful of cilantro and stuff it into your cup or mixer. Pour in about a tablespoon of olive oil, a tablespoon of soy sauce, a sprinkle of pepper, and a good amount of salt. You can also add in half a teaspoon of cumin and about a tablespoon of strained tomato puree. Now we are ready to blitz. We're going to create this beautiful salsa, a very fine, lovely salsa. Check the flavor balance and then pour your lovely, incredible salsa into a sterilized jar. And there you go. Let's prepare the guacamole now. It's very, very simple. Take 1 avocado and cut it in half. Twist it open and slice the interior of the avocado and then just scoop out that lovely buttery goodness and put it into your serving dish. Next, press and roll a lime to release those lovely juices and just squeeze it over the avocados. Season with salt and pepper and then mash. Finally, for our garnishes, we have some shredded cabbage and queso fresco, which is a fresh cow's milk cheese, which we will grate into our dish. So once the 2 hours are up, remove your belly from the oven and pour in 1 tablespoon of balsamic vinegar. Then stick it back in for 5 minutes under broil, uncovered. Once that's done, remove your pot from the oven. Take out the belly and place it on a clean cutting surface. Called chiglitas. Next, strain your braising liquid. So you have this lovely smooth sauce remaining. Pour the liquid back into the pot and let it reduce. Meanwhile, slice through your pork belly. Oh, it's so tender and buttery, and it smells absolutely divine. cut the slices into rough cubes. You may even shred them if you like. Place them back into the braising liquid and let it absorb all that lovely goodness. Next, pour in the pork belly into your serving dish. It will continue to absorb the flavors as it's sitting. Now we can toast our tortillas. Flip and toast both sides. Make sure that you have little char marks, that's how you'll know it's done. Place it into your serving dish and make sure you keep it warm. And here we have it. We have everything we need now to start assembling our tacos. Begin by taking out your tortilla and spreading your base, which is the guacamole or the beans. Next, layer on the sticky pork belly, followed by the cabbage, the salsa, the queso fresco, the Chipotle Salsa, and finally a squeeze of lime. And there it is! The flavors of this taco will dance on your tongue. The sweet aromatic belly, the spicy smoky chipotle, as well as those sprightly zingy flavors of the salsa. I do hope you try it. Thanks for watching.